Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Wandering Soul Food Vlog. Today I've come back again with a nice and simple but delicious recipe. Today we are doing chicken and garlic stir fry in dark soy sauce. I've also got some asparagus in there to give a good mixture of veggies and chicken. So without taking too long, let's get straight into the recipe. I've got 600 grams of thinly sliced chicken, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, some white pepper, and 1.5 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm just going to mix this and put it aside to marinate before I start doing any other preparations. Marination gives obviously a bit more flavor, so it's a good trick to marinate your chicken before you start preparing for your stir fry. Now I'm using eschalots here. You can just use brown onions. Seriously, like eschalots are supposed to be like garlicky, oniony, but I really don't find much difference in the flavor. You could just use one brown onion. I've done this recipe with eschalots because I just wanted to try some. So thinly slice your onions, and the eschalots are slightly, well, a lot smaller than the onions, brown onions, so you need a few of them. So I've sliced them. Then I've got asparagus. Now the trick with the asparagus is that you try to find that break point, and wherever it breaks gives you the tender part of the asparagus. Now, with the cost of living rising and everything being so expensive, especially veggies at the time, what I've done is that I've actually done another round of the breaking point on the edges as well, and there wasn't much difference. Like, all this asparagus was tender. I didn't want to use those massive chunks on the bottom. Then I've just done a bite-size pieces and one asparagus into about 3 pieces, and put that aside. 6 to 7 cloves of garlic. I'm going to thinly slice that as well, and put it aside. This preparation takes about 20 minutes. So yeah, that's the onion, asparagus, and garlic. The only other thing that we need is coriander. I've got fresh coriander. You need lots of coriander, about half a cup or quarter of a cup. Coriander makes a massive difference. 1.5 teaspoon of oil. That's all that goes in there. This is a very good diet recipe as well. If you're cutting down your carbs, you can serve it with rice, or you can just skip the rice and just have the stir fry on its own. Now I've made sure that the oil is all around the wok because I just want everything to nicely stir fry with the oil. So once the oil is heated, I've put my sliced onions in there. I'm going to lightly saute my onion and put the garlic in there. Once the garlic and the onion is nicely sauteed, it'll be time to put to add the marinated chicken. The recipe is very simple. I mean, this is a recipe you want to cook after a long day at work. I love stir fries. They're healthier options. I feed my husband with rice, but I just munch onto them just without rice. So I'm cutting down the quantity of carbs I'm having. Once you put the chicken in there, I'm a big fan of giving the meat a nice sear. So I'll just spread it on one side and leave it there for like 30 seconds or a minute, depending on the amount of heat, and then I'll turn it on the other side, give it a nice sear on the other side as well, and then basically just stir fry it. Make sure that it's cooked. Now by this time, like I usually say, my family is usually starving. So what I usually do is I turn my chicken to one side because I've got a big wok, and I just put my veggies on the other side and start stir frying both of them together. Now I'm just going to put my asparagus on the side and stir fry, sear the asparagus and stir fry it. Now we could blanch the asparagus. It is good to blanch the vegetables because you end up having more nutritional value to the veggies. But I just wanted to not blanch this time and just stir fry to show that if you're running out of time, blanching is really not necessary. But from nutritional point of view, it's always a preference to blanch if you were to blanch, you would have to blanch your asparagus for about 3 minutes in hot water. I've just stir fried it, and it tasted delicious. A good trick when you're running out of time: 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of just normal soy sauce goes in there. And you just saute that again, just to make sure that all the nice juices of the soy sauce come into your chicken and your asparagus. Now this is you put the coriander in there, and this is ready to be served. Now I've got, oh sorry, I forgot, 1 teaspoon of chicken powder. Very important, you need to put chicken powder in there. The taste is not the same without the chicken powder. You can just use chicken stock. Chicken powder, chicken stock is the same thing. And now this is ready to be served, but I like a bit of sauce in my stir fry, so I've put half a I've put some cornstarch in half a cup of water and made cornstarch slurry, put that in there. Now because of that, I had to fix up my seasoning, so I've put another half a teaspoon of chicken powder, and I've sprinkled some more salt, and I've had to put a little more white pepper as well to fix the seasoning, because now I've put half a cup of water in there to increase the amount of sauce. Now before, the dark soy sauce was enough sweetness, but I had to put 2 drops of monk fruit, which is the sweetener I'm using at the moment, or you could put 1 teaspoon of sugar if you increase the amount of gravy. The coriander goes in there. You don't cook a lot after the coriander. The coriander goes delicious with this. You have to just try coriander in there, and your shiny stir fry with garlic, asparagus and dark soy sauce is ready. Look, give it a try. It's a low carb recipe. You don't have to eat it with rice. It's delicious. Just munch onto it by itself. I served it to my family with rice, but I just ended up having it on its own. Look, I hope you like it. Try this recipe. Let me know how you go. Inshallah, see you again with another recipe. Take care. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.